Grand day, amazing souls. How are you feeling? It done cooled off. It's about to rain. I think this is the coolest that I've felt in months. Like, still humid. However, it's doable. It's definitely doable. So, I got a good one today. For some, maybe. So, I'm in the house and I'm doing really good, y'all. Since I took my hiatus off of TikTok, I've been doing really, really good with not scrolling, right? And today I was doing a little scrolling because I had to check these TikTok streaks. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know what's going on. And I come across a video and they're talking like this one. I won't say who the individual name is. This individual is very well known, but there's a lot of hype and uh, chaos behind this individual's name. So I won't say the name. However, this individual was speaking some truth, right? And when he said, "Oh yeah, you got to blame such and such for where women are, and that's why women get treated like that because the men was such and such," and I'm sitting there like, "Whoa, wait a minute." So this is the blame game, and this is the game that we cannot play, right? In order for us as a collective, as individuals even, to move forward, we have to be able to let go of the stories that have been told to us. Because just because people say, and that's so crazy because I ran across another post by an amazing soul who said, just because you hear something in your mind does not make it true. Or you don't have to react on it or something like that, she said. And I said, okay, that makes a lot of sense because I think it was something that I absorbed and kind of, but anywho, um, I take everything as a learned lesson or something to pay attention to, right? But the point of this transmission is because we can go to the past. Like just, I think this was yesterday. There was a beautiful memory brought up, and it was a trip down memory lane, and it just put me. It reminded me of how beautiful that time frame was, that place and space was, right? And I immersed myself in just the enjoyment of it. And then there are times where I have to go backwards and look back, right? To understand something or to pull something out to be able to heal it, right? And I remove myself from it. However, society has been placed in this chokehold over the past, over his story, right? Or just your near past. We cannot keep blaming others. I once heard this saying once. Someone said, okay, I did you bad, and I did you wrong, I did you dirty when you were a child. Now you're an adult. Who are you going to blame? And it's one of those things. And when I heard this, I was like, wow, you know, it's like this person is pushing this amazing forward action energy, but then cycles back to blame. And I'm like, well, this is an oxymoron because you cannot teach someone, hey, you can heal and do this and do that, and then turn around and say, well, you got to remember your oppressors put you here. No, it doesn't work like that because what you focus on grows. We have to be able to shift out of certain energies in order to move forward. If we keep blaming our parents for where we are for, guess what? We will be stuck in that same storyline. If we keep blaming our siblings for being so mean to us, taking money from us, not being fair with the will, Yeah, these are some of the things that I went through, and I trip about it. I really trip about it. I'm like, wow, it's individuals being who they are. They're choosing to play out their role the way that they're choosing to play out their role. And who am I to say that their role is wrong, to say that their role is bad? It may be something for others to look at, right? And another thing is maybe someone deserved what they got. It was just karma coming back to them. It was just that person was the one that gave it to them, right? I know I went down a whole rant, but, but I'm just saying we cannot continue to live in the past if we want to grow. If our mother and father were what we call, if they weren't what we call perfect parents, it's okay. If our siblings weren't the best teachers and the best mates, it's okay. And no, I'm not English. If our neighbors weren't my brother's keeper, it's okay. People are going to people are going to trigger you. Period. The past is going to trigger you. The question is, how do you respond to those triggers, right? And that's the only important question here because you're going to get these triggers. I tell my daughters all the time, just because someone says something to you, and I'm learning to be a better individual. It's just I know better now, so I can better teach them. But sometimes I'm not the greatest teacher because I'm not showing them, right? So I really do take accountability for some of that, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But I'm growing, y'all. I'm growing. I swear I'm growing. If you haven't heard this today, I love you. I love me. I love us. I love we. We are growing. And we're going to do this together. And if y'all have any content that y'all would like for me to check out, I would love to subscribe and be a part of your community. Leave your information down below and I'll connect with you soon. If you haven't heard this today, I love you. Peace.